Okay, broadcast is up. Oh, Jesus. What the hell? Why did it default to that? I don't know. There we go. Always amazes me how going from borderless to full screen actually stops a lot of jittering.
Mm-hmm.
Still tad jumpy. Me. Set priority. Well, that's interesting.
What is?
So you used to be able to set priority in your Windows Task Manager for stuff, and it seems like they took that away in Windows 10. Not that it made a huge difference prior, but it did.
Hey, Tyler.
What's up?
Tyleroo.
Hold on, I gotta quit this other game.
No problem. I know the feeling.
Angie like
Yeah,
Fire Emblem.
nobody was busy playing WoW up until the last minute.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing Blasphemous.
Sure you are.
I mean, I am, yeah.
I couldn't believe that fucking poll this morning, Angie.
Oh, the fact that you got Sermia?
Dude, it was so out of the blue. I was just like, daily poll, what's my 3-star of the day? Am I gonna get another stupid spear? And it was just like, oh, here you go, 5-star unit, Sermia. I'm like, nope.
There you go, Brian.
They're like, hey, now that you've cleared Wyvern 11, why don't you start your golem team?
Good. Get that shit going.
Yep. Dude, she hits so fucking hard, too.
I'm guessing she's not 6-star yet.
She's not even 50 yet.
Wow. That bad, huh?
Dude, she's like 35 and she hit... I did her S2 into her S3 and she did like 9k.
Damn.
Yep. Did you ever level your Sermia all the way?
What?
Did you ever 6-star your Sermia?
No. I'm not 6-starring any fire units.
Angie's like, I'm fucking done with them.
I got Ball and Cezanne. I got another fire unit. Like, the ship has sailed. Like, I cannot do fire units anymore.
Wait, what'd you get after Ball?
Huh? No, I Ball and Cezanne. It's one unit.
Well, yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I asked if you got somebody afterward.
No, I got Sermia and then I got Ball and Cezanne, and I'm just like, stop, please.
Wasn't Ball
stop.
and Cezanne Earth?
Nope, fire.
Who the fuck did you get that was Earth? Oh, it was the mage
Yeah, I got Vivi.
girl. Right. They're just like, hey, do
I'm
you
in
want all the fire units?
I got into a bunch of 5-stars, and I'm just like, okay, well, I don't have enough gear for all these bitches, so...
That's basically how
Yeah.
it goes.
I'm collecting fire... I think if I get all the fire units, I will consider the game beat.
You're missing haste, I know that much.
Brian, have you checked out Blasphemous?
Blasphemous. No, I haven't actually played it, I know that.
It's this game that like just dropped on Steam, and it's like a new like Metroidvania style Dark Souls-ish 2D
Oh,
game.
yeah, I heard about that. I
And
haven't
it's,
played it yet.
all this like really fucking awesome pixel art, and it's all like Spanish Catholicism themed.
Nah, I've been playing Into the Gungeon, a little Minecraft here and there, crafting on this, doing homework.
Dude, isn't it fucked up that Enter the Gungeon doesn't have P2P multiplayer?
Yeah, but you can actually completely cheat that system and still play online.
Oh, what? How?
There's a...
Wait, using Parsec?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I've done that before. It's just really annoying because the audio doesn't really work if you're the person playing through Parsec.
I don't know. Me and Bruce had no problem.
Like, the audio's kind of there, but it, like, a bunch of it's clearly missing. I don't know, it just doesn't work right for me for some reason.
Weird. Yeah, Bruce and me had a couple of issues here and there, but we got it mostly resolved. Now we just have to get good and not suck
Yeah.
ass.
That game is hard AF.
It's very difficult. It's a bullet hell mixed with like a roguelike.
Have you ever gotten to the end yet?
Nah, I've only had it for a couple days, and I think the furthest I got was like the 4th floor, and then I got dead on something stupid.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've only gotten to the end like twice.
Yeah, there's like a
And
bunch
one
of
of those
characters
times I
I'm
had a
like,
friend.
yeah, there's
Oh yeah. Which one's your favorite?
I haven't gotten any of the unlocks yet, but the one that I've been playing is Hunter mostly.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the character I play all the time too, because that crossbow is fucking OP, and her unlimited ammo gun is really good too.
Yeah,
'Cause it
that
shoots
being
quick.
said, the Marine is pretty bullshitter.
Yeah, he's the other really good character, and then the convict is trash.
Convict's shit. The pilot, I don't like his little special lockpick. It's kind of garbo.
Yeah, I mean it's only good if you just are broke the
Does
entire
everybody
run.
have food?
I have
Oh.
3.
Okay, Angie, are you good?
Yeah, I've been good on food for days, mate.
Rachel, how
I
many
need
do
a
you
couple.
need? 4 for Rachel. Tell, how many do you need, or do you need any?
I need a few.
Okay.
Just give me 12 so I don't have to
Um,
ask you again for like weeks.
I don't use coffee.
Oh, I don't have any more oysters to craft with.
I'll take his share
Wow.
of coffee.
Okay, well.
I am short, that means I need more.
Wow. I'll send you 11 because that makes a nice even 30.
Yay!
Justin,
you.
you need coffee?
I'm good on coffee for
Oh.
like a few raid sessions.
You have enough, okay. I think that's everybody. Fungus, you need it? How many you need? What is he sending me now? How many you need, Fungus? I'll give you 5 to be safe. Thanks for the grade 2s. You've been a great help to this family. Trade canceled. Come on now. He does this every week to me. Oh, let me go repair actually. Apparently I didn't have to raid. Boy.
I saw the ready check that time.
Character development arc.
Nice.
You're coming over tomorrow, right, Angie?
They said
There's
that.
like a 75% chance unless my bank calls.
It dropped by 3%.
Yeah, because my bank might call.
Oh.
Your
But
bank
if
calling stops you
I'm making your favorite cupcakes, though.
I'm aware. They trying to get a appointment with them, and first it was we had to reschedule, then they had to reschedule, then we had to reschedule, and now they're like, well, we might have a slot open tomorrow. We'll call you.
Oh.
That's what it is.
You're just like,
Yeah. Like at this point, I just want the fucking appointment done with because I wanted to stop playing volleyball with the bank about phone calls about making this appointment.
I normally just go in and fucking make them give me attention.
Does everyone know where they're supposed to go for Tsunami 2 so I don't get murked or what?
Yeah,
Alright,
at
rad.
least I do.
He's like, I
Angie,
can't
what-
speak for these other losers, but
Wow.
what?
Angie, you go to, what, 2 when you have the spray, or 1?
As a healer, I
Yeah.
go to 2 if I have spray.
Okay, so I go to 1.
And I go to 1 if I have stack.
Right. Okay, just making sure I didn't fuck that up
Brian,
again.
dance partner.
Ah,
As he almost fucked that up.
Yeah.
Angie should just be the dancer.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hey, you still have a heal? You have Curing Waltz. It's about as effective as Physic.
Ame's ready.
I'm ready. My hair's fine.
I want out of here. One and done.
Okay.
Let's do it. Brian said we have to now.
Yep.
Cast glare, you midget. Thank you.
When he's insulting himself.
I'm allowed to say it.
Tank Buster's coming out.
Yeah, that looked like it hurt.
Hey,
I'm a dingleberry. Thought that was the AoE.
oh no.
Left side. A.
It's on me, I'm aware.
Behind the line. Stack up.
Oh shit.
We're okay.
As everybody's alive. Back.
Stay.
Oh shit, that was
Oh,
my fault. We're just have to adjust a little bit.
Leave some room if you can.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Remember, do not touch those puddles.
Cross.
Thank you. Good adjustment.
Yeah, luckily they resolved in a way that was
Yeah, I'm glad that first thing fucked off in time.
Maelstrom. Save your cooldown. Alright. Someone you have to dodge. Right side. We're gonna go D to C. D.
Are you okay? Everything's fine. Watch the puddles. Is this looking dead?
Yes.
Okay. Benny, thank you.
Oh, Medicachu.
One, two, three, four, middles and B. B. A. Middle.
Very nice.
We don't have time to limit break, I don't think. Do it when you get back from this.
Limit break.
Okay, now we can.
Tsunami has a long animation, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on your debuff.
Bit behind the line. Under the boss.
Careful not to get in front of me too soon, Brian.
Really how it is.
Behind the line.
Stay up here.
Stay under the boss.
Ready for A. Go to B.
It's gonna be a couple AoEs after this before the next tank busters. These are regular tank busters that you guys trade, I believe.
Yep.
Remember the stacks go up front.
There it comes. Back to the front. Fungus to the
Big
rear.
heals time.
And it's gonna go DPS, healer, DPS, healer. Make sure you don't stand in it before it falls. Amen. Tyler. Amen. Tyler. Excellent.
Perfect.
Launch
Dodge.
double temporary. Alright, go to the rear, guys.
AoE damage.
More AoE damage.
Big AoE damage coming up from the next phase. Please mitigate accordingly.
That's at all the big guys.
We've got LB1.
Yo, we did it!
Wow, did we
Was
just
that a one-shot?
Yeah, it was.
I told you we had to do it because Brad said.
See? All it took was
okay.
me telling you fuckers to do it.
Exactly.
Why did we struggle on that? We just walked in and bitch slapped that guy like
Yeah.
he wasn't shit.
Oh, that was okay, so we got our week
Concept's
clear.
finally settled.
Don't worry, we
Alright,
have him
so
on
that-
farm. Like,
Alright, so that's raid night. I'll see you all on Sunday.
So,
See ya.
who's ready to go spend the rest of the lockout in ATV Titan?
that's great.
Yep.
I've
Can
never
I
been
uninstall
so
after?
moist.
Huh.
Shit, you can uninstall before. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, what do these do?
Hold on.
It's a new floor, so probably DPS for days. Unless people want to throw Justin a bone, I'm leaving though.
I already have the feet, so if
I
Justin
mean-
wants them,
I need to see what mine are.
I guess I'll go repair my gear. Not that I really have to. That was almost depressing.
I know, right? It was so fast. You're just like, oh.
Well, BRB, I guess.
Tank over healer. I'll let you have the boots. But let me
No,
see.
I've
Pants.
already
Do
got
I even
boots.
want?
I don't need either of these things.
I actually do need the pants if
I
no
don't.
and
one.
The-
determination, tenacity. I don't want that.
The solvent is for your tome weapon.
So that pretty much applies to everybody.
Yeah, okay,
DPS,
big
like,
pass on that then. What's the twine go on?
That's for any
That's,
left side Phantasma gear.
Yeah.
So any of
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Phantasma pants are nice.
deep shadow stuff. Oh fuck, mine are. Okay, I'm gonna. Are we just gonna fight for the twine? The DPS.
Yeah, we should.
Alright, DPS fight for the twine.
okay. Does anyone want the
The-
pants?
You know what,
I don't
Ame,
know.
you have your tome weapon, right?
Yeah, he has the highest DPS, I suppose.
Yeah. Alright, well, Ame gets the solvent then. I don't need
Pantalones.
those legs or the pants.
I misspelled pantalones.
Yeah, I don't need the feet or the pants.
Pantalos.
Yep.
I
knew
see
it
we
was
just
that.
skipped it and we just gave Justin the feet.
Whoever wants the pants can have the pants, man.
I'm rolling on that shit. Give me.
Good on some.
None of the DPS needed boots or pants,
Dude, the boots and pants for ranged are bad.
are they?
Well, the boots aren't. The boots, me and him probably just already bought. With the
Time to
book
go
with the
augment these with direct hit.
Those
Ew.
pants, though, are debt skill
Ew.
speed.
We've got
That's
crit debt, so
Well, time to very quickly watch a video on the next floor.
I feel
45-minute break.
Can we get like
For
a
research, obviously.
2.5 hour break? All right.
No.
Aw, but I want to go.
What is this Book of Inundation for?
That's the book that you can turn in for one of the drops normally come from him. You need to have like 6 of them though.
Oh, got it.
It's just
So-
like the other books you got.
I've heard that the first half of this fight is going to kick our shit in.
Yep.
So
Part 1 is bad, part 2 is ass, and then part 3 is like a little less ass version of both of them combined.
alright, well I'm gonna watch this video really quick.
So how do I upgrade a bracelet
You
from
need-
Phantasm Gear?
You need to have an oil.
An oil. Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching one, huh?
Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome to my guide to Eden's 4 in the description here, but they really only help slightly with one mechanic. Before beginning the encounter, I recommend placing markers in each of the 4 quadrants of the room, smack dab in the middle of that quadrant's 4 plates. You can also place 1 and 2 markers as you see here, but they really only help slightly with one mechanic. Oh, and yeah, you can and you will fall off. A lot of Titan's mechanics here are actually similar to normal mode, but they're either sped up, multiplied, or have less AoE markers, or all of the above. The first phase is probably the most mechanically intense one, and every group week 1 probably used a slightly different strategy and placement for these various mechanics. While the video itself will show you a strategy, don't be surprised to see others prefer other methods,
Yeah, boy.
or for other new strategies to pop up later. Try to be flexible with this one. First up, Voice of the Land is still room-wide damage, and Weight of the Land is still the randomly placed AoEs that hit multiple squares from normal mode. Stone Crusher is still the tank buster, but now it hits 3 times back to back. Most groups just seem to
those
be using
pants look
tank
great.
and bolts for these, as there are only 2 of them in phase 1 and 1 Stone Crusher in the final
That
phase.
didn't give me nearly
saves the
the
tanks
same
from
levels
having
of
to
dopamine clearing floor 2 did.
That's because floor 2 we were like just so ready to be done. 3 was
Yeah, we
like
were on,
Actually anticlimactic.
we were on floor 2 for almost a month.
floor 3 was like edging and then having a ruined orgasm. It was terrible.
Did anybody part?
Swap
Oh my
mid-Stone
God.
Crusher, and it just makes it easier. For the first phase, the majority of the new mechanics
Soiled
you'll see
it.
are these markers over
Soiled
players'
it.
heads. There are yellow
Soil.
Soiled
pyramids
it.
and
Soiled
orange
it,
cubes.
Tyler.
Yellow
You didn't soil
crush.
shit. You were
Soiled
healing
it.
the party. Destroy us all. No, you were healing the party.
For the first phase, the
Don't even
majority of the new
trip.
mechanics you'll see are these markers over players' heads. There
I
are
healed
yellow
too
pyramids
well.
and orange cubes. Yellow pyramids mean you must have one of the squares on the arena all to yourself, and orange cubes over your head means you must share that square with at least one other player. You need very specific positioning for each of these to make sure you don't kill your party or yourself. After the first Stone Crusher is Weight of the Land plus 8 yellow pyramid
BRB,
markers
one
on all
second.
players. We assigned 8 different squares for players during this. After Weight of the Land AoEs go away, you have a second or 2 to get into your proper square. Once you're in there, make sure not to leave your square until you see the animation for yellow pyramid AoEs go off. They lag behind a little bit sometimes. After this, there will be 2 Evil Earths that begin on opposing sides of the arena.
I would like to open this by stating I am sorry to the healers.
They can be close to the
The beginning phase of E4S.
Yeah.
A lot. By the way, I'm assuming we're just going to do the tank invulns for the tank busters, since there only seems to be 3 in the fight.
center or in the opposite corners of the room. I prefer to have the entire group go to one corner not close to an Evil Earth and move in as the Evil Earth pulses into the adjacent squares. Depending on pyramid marker placement, this can be a hell of a trip for some players. Sprints and rescues certainly help a lot here, and there are other strategies that other people may be more comfortable with. This is definitely a part you'll see some groups prefer another strategy for, just for comfort. Once everyone moves in to dodge Evil Earth, stay in the same square for the orange cube attack, which is followed up by Voice of the Land. Heal, mitigate, you know the drill. After the voice, Titan will do Geocrush and either do
Rachel, whose guide are you watching? Oh, motherfucker. Because now I gotta go watch
Hi
what she
everyone,
does.
welcome. Relative to Titan's position, to minimize confusion,
What?
moderate damage.
The problem is that E4S has so many strats because the way it's handled that I'm watching Mr. Happy and she's watching Mistech, they're going to be vastly different.
Oh.
and applies a short
My
magic
solution
word.
right now is to watch neither and just follow the leader.
That's what I'm doing.
Ability up debuff.
First day
making
of
it so
Prague,
that
I can
attacks
afford to be a
cannot
lazy
overlapped.
fuck.
As such,
Yep.
each player needs to stand
Tell me
alone
where to
in
go
their
and what
very
button to
own square
push and I'll do
segment
it.
anytime this attack is going off. The easiest way to do this is to
Because, you
assign
know,
a
first day
square
of Prague
segment
is
to
mainly
each
me and
player
Tyler
relative
just
to
screaming
Titan's position
anyway.
to minimize confusion
Yeah,
and
exactly.
avoid overlap. This will take some practice, so keep at it. This is immediately followed by Evil Earth. Similar to normal mode,
Angie and
Evil
Tyler
Earth begins
screaming
with
and
one
me and
sort of
Justin.
square
Oh,
segment,
hey,
and
that
it
hurts a little
explodes
bit.
any adjacent
Yeah. Well, I used Rampart, so, like...
Uh,
It only hit me for 150k with Rampart.
Yeah, I don't know, it seemed fine at the time.
Been targeted by the attack. On Savage mode, there are 2 Evil Earth
Maybe
source
gonna have to
squares
use a
at
little
the
bit
same
more next time.
Luckily, there are only 4 possible Evil Earth patterns that technically only require 2 unique ways of dodging, and players will need to immediately identify which one is happening and adjust appropriately. An easy way to break this down is to look at the initial source square spawns.
oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah.
Evil Earth can either spawn in a diagonal pattern within the 4 center squares, in either orientation, or it will spawn in the 2 diagonal corners, on the far edges of the platform, again in either orientation. The movement required by the raid to dodge each attack changes depending on whether Evil Earth begins in the center or at the edges. Let's take a closer look at how to dodge when it spawns in the center. Do remember that this spawn can be mirrored, but to avoid confusion in this breakdown, I'll just show you the one possibility. If it does spawn mirrored, note that the movement is the same, just on the other side of the platform. First, let's look at the pattern of the explosion that happens when Evil Earth starts in the center. As you can see, only 2 safe spots are formed after the first 2 rounds of explosions. After the 3rd round of explosions, the center is the only safe section left. With these safe spots in mind, we can easily determine the movement necessary to stay out of each segment explosion. Players will first identify where Evil Earth is starting from and move to the outer corner segment of the diagonal opposite to the spawn. The first Evil Earth explosion will start on those markers. Players will then wait for the 2nd round of explosions that will target every square but the 2 safe segments. Players will then immediately move into the center to avoid the final round of explosions on the outer edge. Now that we've got that sorted, let's look at the necessary movement if Evil Earth starts in the outer corners. Again, after the initial Evil Earth explosion, the outer corners in which the Evil Earth started will be safe for the next 2 rounds of explosions. For the final round, the center is the only safe section left. To handle this pattern, players will move and stand diagonally to the initial Evil Earth spawn in the center. Once the first Evil Earth explosion goes off, all players will immediately move into that safe spot created. Here, they will wait for 2 more rounds of explosions through the center before moving back into the center for safety. Again, the orientation of each Evil Earth spawn is random, but the movement only changes on whether they spawn in the middle or the outer corners. Regardless of the pattern of Evil Earth, as they're dodging explosions, players will all be targeted by these orange Force of the Land markers. With the way the timing works here, Force of the Land will go off immediately after the final Evil Earth explosion. You can think of this attack as the opposite of the yellow Pulse of the Land attacks. Players will need to share this damage by standing on a square segment with at least 1 other player or they will die. An easy way to handle this round of Earth patterns that technically marker. This will soon target them for an area attack that affects the entire square segment that player is standing inside of. The attack deals moderate damage and applies a short magic vulnerability up debuff, making it so that the attacks cannot be overlapped.
Okay. There's no way you guys are going to be able to figure this out by people telling you where to go.
Then agree on...
Because
We're using-
one of the first things that happens is Pulse of the Land, where everybody's going to get marked with a yellow debuff. Everybody
Okay.
that's got one needs to not be on the same square on the screen as another person.
Basically, we can keep just about the same positions that we had for E2. Everybody just gets their own square. It's not really any different.
How
Yes,
is that not doable to explain? You just
because
explained it.
the following is going to be the weight of the land that's going to be pulsing across the map, Rachel.
Well, yeah, but that resolves. That shows up after that, and then we move accordingly.
It happens like literally seconds after that. You have to be out of the way of the first pulse and know where you're going to dodge the next movement.
Just link me to the guide that you're using, if you're both using the same guide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
using
it's
this deck.
honestly, it's not that bad. It's pretty explainable.
Not during the
As such,
fucking
each player needs to stand
actual
alone in their
effect.
very own square segment anytime this attack is going off. The easiest way to do this is to assign a square segment to each player relative to Titan's position, to minimize confusion and avoid overlap. This will take some practice, so keep at it. This is immediately followed by Evil Earth. Similar to normal mode, Evil Earth begins with one source square segment and then explodes any adjacent squares in succession until all of the squares of the platform have been targeted by the attack. On Savage mode, there are 2 Evil Earth source squares at the same time. Luckily, there are only
This?
Pulse the land followed by Evil Earth, yes.
Yeah, you can. These tell us right here that we gotta go and stand over there.
Wrong. You're going to move to the corner of A.
Okay, the wrong corner. I'm selecting fuck off. We go, these explode, and we run over there immediately. That's very explainable. That's, we stand into our positions. The second those explode, we book it to A. Done. How is that unexplainable?
During the mechanic, you try getting everybody to do that.
Because you just say it in advanced positions, and then when you see the orange on the ground,
I'll be right back, guys. You focus.
only 4 possible Evil Earth patterns that technically only require 2 unique ways of dodging, and players will need to immediately identify which one is happening and adjust appropriately. An easy way to break this down is to look at the initial source square spawns. Evil Earth can either spawn in a diagonal pattern within the 4 center squares, in either orientation, or it will spawn moving back opposite of the yellow to the initial Evil Earth spawn in the center. Once
What's
the first
going on?
Evil Earth explosion goes off, all
Watch the
players will
video.
immediately move into that safe spot
Oh.
created. Here, they will wait for 2 more rounds of explosions through the center before moving back into the center for safety. Again, the orientation of each Evil Earth spawn is random, but the movement only changes on whether they spawn in the middle or the outer corners. Regardless of the pattern of Evil Earth, as they're dodging explosions, players will all be targeted by these orange Force of the Land markers. With the way the timing works here, Force of
So
the Land
first
will
you're
go
gonna
off
wanna buy an
immediately
extra
after
giant
the final
bottle of
Evil
lube.
Earth explosion. You can think of
Seriously though, there's a lot of positioning at the beginning. The good news is it's early enough that if we wipe, we can get right back to it.
this attack as the
So we're just
opposite
gonna
of the
die to
yellow
Evil
pulse.
Earth all night, is what I got out of that.
Yep, that's basically what
Got
I'm
it.
getting. Is
Like, it's easy, but memorizing it will be a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
So is that first tank buster? It only hits tanks.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tank busters will only hit the tank.
And they're probably gonna invuln it.
Yeah, they should just because there's only 3 in the whole fight, 2 at the beginning and 1 at the very end.
The land attacks. Players will need to share this
Okay.
damage by standing on a square segment with at least one other player, or they will die.
Now,
An easy
one
way to
thing that
handle
I
this is
find
to
weird
just
about
have
this
all
fight
players
is the
dodge
arena
together
grid is
so
far
that they
more than
all end
8
up on the same
tiles.
platform to share Force of the Land.
So,
Next up, Titan will
You
cast
can just generally assign
Force of the
positions
Land,
like
which will
southwest,
deal high
southeast, but
rate
I'm
1
assuming
AoE
there's going to be a lot
As you
of
can
last
expect,
second
there is a
adjustments
lot of
based on
healing
where the
required
boss
at this
is.
point, so be sure to
Yeah.
use shields
Stupid
and move cooldowns as
triangles.
necessary. This
You
is
just have
followed
to
by
be in your
Gear
own
Push, which
square
will
when
have
those
Titan
blow up.
kicking a square across the platform to jump to.
That's-
knocking
it's
back
basically
all
gonna be
players a
just
set
like
distance from it.
positions.
This is an
You
insanely
just
far
you get
knockback,
your
and players will
spot,
need to
you stand
properly
in it, your
position
triangle
themselves to be
explodes.
knocked into the farthest
Just don't
corner
overlap
away, Where
people.
they will need to use their knockback immunities. Once Titan lands, he will.
I
turn
don't know
back
if I
towards the
could. I
platform
don't
and
know if I
begin
could
where two
use a grid to assign this because, like, if the boss ever moves, and I'm sure he will.
Well, I mean, just so that we can have what the boss looks like. Because, yeah, we're going to have to change based on where the boss is, just like we do in E2. We go based on his position. And that's exactly what she says to do.
Well, honestly, this is just going to turn into exactly like 3 with the puddle, or not puddles, during Tsunami 2. Everybody's got to be aware of what they need to do, because there's not going to be a potential for one person to tell everybody where they need to be. Because if you get stuck in the opposite corner for a weight of the land, you're going to get killed.
possible mini phases by changing his form into gauntlets or wheels. As he changes his form, 5 players will also be marked for the orange stack-up markers, and 3 players will be marked for the yellow spread markers. The 3
So we
yellow
have to
markers
go to
will
them
always
fucking
target
corners
1
for
tank,
Evil
1
Earth.
damage dealer, and 1 healer.
Not
Let's take a look at what
necessarily the
happens if he changes
corners,
into his
because
wheels.
there's
Similar to
more
normal
tiles
mode,
than there
Titan
are
will destroy
players.
anyone directly in front of him
How
and
far did you
knock
guys
back
get in the
players
video?
on his
I
side.
watched till like 3 minutes, but then I figured that was probably more than we're doing, so.
I watched till about 6 minutes.
I'm about 5 minutes
Yeah.
in. It's
What the fuck?
Honestly-
I got farther than all you.
well, yeah. I kept going back because going between yellow triangles and then the orange squares is going to be.
Yeah, what do those squares do? I didn't catch those.
You have to
You-
be on the same
uh,
panel as at least one other person that has a square. Otherwise,
Which,
it'll kill you.
which basically means we're just gonna stack for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're just
okay.
we're just
We're
stacking
gonna
if you got
be-
orange,
Yeah, we're gonna all be in the same vicinity of each other.
and if you got yellow, you fuck off.
Yeah, you fuck off to your little square.
Yeah, it's not really hard.
Yeah.
I got to 8 minutes.
So I think it's going to be pretty obvious how we do the layout, though. We're going to have 2 tanks and the 2 melee right up on under the boss, probably in the middle 4. And then the healers in range are going to have further panels.
Is this for yellows?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning by we need to drop a grid and figure this out.
Okay, well, I just
from-
stole her grid, so you can just put color on it in Microsoft.
Be on your spot.
From shit, I don't know how to say this. From what I saw in the videos, she just did the normal positions, like the circle shit. I just assumed we could use the positions we've been using since the first one.
We can technically. It's just
Yeah,
that
the only way it changes is between me and Tal if on cart I have yellow or he has, because it targets the farthest tank.
I'm just
So
worried
there's
if
gonna
he's
be-
ever gonna be off center. I don't want
he
people
will
to
be off
panic for
center.
up. Yeah, I don't want people to panic for uptime and then we have to move further back and don't realize it or something. Because
Well,
there's 8 party members.
I mean, we
And
can pretty
There's
much always.
16 tiles.
We can almost guarantee always that there will be 4 panels that are around him because.
Yeah,
even if the
obviously.
tank- yeah, even if the tank goes to the furthest corner, it's still going to be close enough to the other 3. So we can just always assume that the ones to the rear flanks will be the 2 melee DPS. The ones to the front flanks will be the front and I guess the other flank. Anyway, is going to be a tank. And then the range, I don't know, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do it. Whether me and Fungus need to go to the left and you guys go to the right, or what.
Hang on.
Looking at her chart, it should be fine, honestly. If we keep the same positions, the only ones that will change the most would be, or has the most freedom, would be range. But for melee, there's 4 melee, and we have 6 spots to play with. Well, 4 for the other 2 melee DPS.
What?
Yeah, like the 2 tanks can be in front of him, the DP
Yeah.
melee can be under him, the
Could be
range can
under
be
or on
behind
the
us,
side. Yeah.
and the healers can be on the outside.
Hang on.
I mean, we just need to make sure that we have our own little square.
That's
It
going to
has
cause a lot
to
of
be
deaths, I'm sure.
No, it shouldn't, because
Well, from the beginning, it's probably going to have some confusion involved because there's going to be a lot of panels getting moved around if he's moving at all.
well, that's why I'm gonna keep him close to the middle as possible. The only times he'll be off center is after wheels or cart
Yeah.
or wheels and gauntlet, whatever the fuck you call it. Or after he does his stupid jump. Those are the only
Yeah.
times he'll be off center, and those times we should be okay because I don't think yellows come out.
Yellows come out for wheels and cart. 3 though.
I mean,
but
afterwards.
yeah, but we have a very specific. It's not everybody gets yellow for that. you have only a
it's
DP.
specific.
Yeah, you have a DPS, a tank, and a healer that get a yellow, and then everyone else gets orange. Then you put them in a line. Like that's way easier.
Yeah, it's honestly really not that hard.
Alright.
From the sounds of it, because it's
Yeah.
assigned. The only thing that gets confusing is if I get a yellow, then Tal would have to tank swap, because then he'd have to. No, I would have to tank swap because I'm the far.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Still doing something.
You can anti-knock back the jumps though.
Yeah, you can. Because it's apparently a pretty wild fucking knockback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So if
pretty.
you have the presence of mind at the time to do it,
That or
You have to be pretty up there too if you're not going to use your knockback. I mean,
yeah, I don't know if he does it rapidly enough for us to not have it on one of them or whatnot, but you have to be pretty aware. If you
well,
don't
he
have
has that arrows thing going on before he jumps. So once we see that, just
Rachel,
hit it
that's not what I meant at all. I meant if our cooldowns are back after the first one, to do it again when he does another set of jumps later. This is gonna be a long fucking fight too. It's like 13
Okay,
minutes.
so do you mean like if the boss is north, we'd be something like this, Rachel? Or
Grayson.
no? I'm sending it to you on Discord.
Oh, the yellow is ranged. I was like, what is that? We
Because
can.
if that's the case, if the boss is ever on the right or left, it falls apart.
Well, I was gonna say more like the ranged go behind the melee, and then the healers, you kind of just have free range to stand wherever the hell you want at that point.
So instead of having law positions, the tanks and the melee have law positions, because those are easy. The ranged go just behind the melee, and then me and Tyler do whatever the hell we want as long as we're not on top of anybody.
Basically,
Okay.
that's basically what I'm thinking. That way we don't have too many people running around for looking for static positions, because the arena is so big.
Yeah.
We have a lot of playroom, so if for whatever reason right behind me and Ame isn't safe, the range can just kind of go wherever they need to not overlap.
Okay, so all we really need to know on short notice is that the 4 squares around the boss are always taken.
Yeah.
And other than that, don't overlap with anybody.
Yeah.
Cool. Radical.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
No problem.
No problem. We're in discussion mode. And yeah, the orange squares, we're all just gonna stack for that. We're not gonna try and pair up or anything. We're just gonna stack
No.
for it because we're gonna be moving in as a group anyway.
Orange squares?
Yeah, the ones that
Are
fall
you
after
talking
the yellow
about
pyramids.
Evil Earth or no?
After Evil Earth, there's orange squares that spawn over our heads like the yellow pyramids. Except the orange squares have to be shared with at least one other player, so we can all stack for it to completely ignore it. Now, the problem that I was having with that hunt is if we have people like, say, me and Fungus are all the way in the back, and we are going to go to, say, A, and that's the opposite corner, the odds are that we're going to get caught in the Evil Earth if we're doing that.
We'll try to just stay as close to the group as you can. Just because you're arranged and you can stand on the other side of the world doesn't
Rachel.
mean you should.
The squares dictate where we're at, not because the pyramids resolve into the way of the land. It's not like we're all the way back there because we're trying to be an ass. We're just stuck
If
there.
you only need one other person, shouldn't they just be fine where they are?
Yeah, just stand
we can
with each
retreat
other
to the
then.
furthest corner, and that's what I was trying to get the point of, is that's something I can't call out because, like with me and like how we had to deal with the tsunami, or not tsunami, the currents for the people in the back, we can't call out for that because that is opposite of the front.
Well, then you need to make sure you're self-aware of the mechanics going on. If I'm gonna call out a spot for me and who's with me, then you need to be self-aware of where you need to go if that doesn't work for you.
Okay. But that was my point, is people need to be aware of the mechanics individually in order to resolve them, not have them called out.
The Evil Earth, the orange squares start or appear as Evil Earth resolves. So we should have time to just come together anyway, but if you really can't, then just hang out with each other.
Depends, because like Mistech has that one version of it where the Evil Earth spawns on the outside corners and you have to dodge like 2 or 3 times on those Evil Earths.
Let me see.
What happens right before this? Oh, I see.
The
Not a lot of time to react.
Let's look at immediately move into that safe spot created.
How much
Here,
damage
they will
do
wait
these
for
do?
2 more rounds of
It
explosions
says
through
that they
the
go
center
off
before moving
immediately
back into
after the
center
weight of
for
the land
safety.
resolves,
Again,
where
the orientation of
everybody
each
should be
Evil Earth
coming
spawn
into
is
the middle
random,
safe
but the
zone
movement only
anyway.
changes on
Yes,
whether
but
they
if
spawn
we're
the
in the
middle or
opposite
the end.
corners, because if you look at the way that bomb goes off, if I'm in the, say, here, let me get back to the start of that.
Because you see them all come together in the middle after it resolves, and there were people in different spots. They had
I will also note that Mistech cuts out boss footage, So it might not happen as fast as she makes it seem or
Spawn in
sound.
the center. Once the first evil
Only
Earth
thing I hate
explosion
about
goes
it.
In
off,
her video,
operators
it
will
would just be
immediately move into
obviously,
that
yeah,
spot
this is happening
created.
immediately
Here, they will
because
wait
she
for 2 more
clipped
rounds of
footage to
explosions
show it
through
to
the
you.
center
She did the
before
same
moving
thing
back
in
into the
Leviathan.
center for safety.
There's plenty of
Again, the
moments in
orientation
Leviathan
of
where
each
there's
evil Earth spawn
5,
is
10,
random,
15
but the
seconds
movement only
between
changes on whether
mechanics,
they
but
spawn
in
the
Mistech
middle
or
or
Mr.
the outer
Happy's
corners,
videos, it seems
regardless
like they
of the
happen
pattern of evil
instantly.
Earth.
So
As
I
they're
would say we
dodging
could probably just
explosions,
do the
players will
mechanic
all be
before we
targeted
argue
by
about
this
it.
orange force of the land marker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all we know, it could happen instantly, or there could be a jaunty 10 seconds where I have time to stride to the middle and cast Deploy. No idea.
No, so we're just gonna wait for Justin to get back so we can go throw our bodies at the floor.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take the southeast spot on me, no problem. These mechanics, while they seem like they're crazy and there's a lot of flashing lights,
Yeah, it's just
they're
yeah.
pretty predictable. Like the way to the land, whatever the hell it's called, only has 4 possible patterns, and all of which are easily readable because those things start flashing way before the mechanic itself actually goes off.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
long as you individually know what you're doing, because 100% of this is going to be everybody being aware of how the mechanic is handled. Because you got to recognize that pattern and get to the fucking position in time. You can't wait for somebody to make a call out on all of the positions.
I'll try and keep a good eye on the ground and see where we need to go. It's either gonna be like for the people that are gonna be up in the front, like me and the other melee people are. It's gonna be like A or B basically.
The melee have it kind of simple because you guys are so middle of the entire map. You guys can just move to where you need to go, any position. You guys shouldn't have a problem getting to any safe spot. The only positions that are going to be difficult are for the healers in range because we have to base it on how far we are from that safe position. So again, it really comes down to knowing independently where we need to be operating.
Well, for me and the melee and whoever's up there with us, I'm gonna be calling either A or B because that's gonna be our safe spots.
I am personally ecstatic to just be given a floating position. You have no idea. It's like, just go away, Angie. I got it. Like,
I'm gonna find
Go
Angie
away.
standing.
No hugging, Angie.
I'm gonna find Angie standing in my square, and I'm just gonna put my fucking weapons away and be like,
and what if I'm...
He's just gonna sheath his weapon and just stare at you.
Imagine Brang having enough self-awareness to even realize it ahead of time.
I wouldn't recognize it until I died and I look over and there's a corpse next to me. Some bitch named fucking Lena.
Sorry, guys, I was on Pixiv.
Oh my god. That's a name I haven't heard in forever.
I remember that. I remember you being this way.
Yeah.
We died in a lot of dungeons because of that.
That was Dungeons, this is Raid, it's different.
When Eos...
My point is, these are things that are in our history that would not surprise me if they re-emerged.
Back when Eos could actually, fully heal a dungeon and Angie could follow.
She can kinda do it in Copperbell Mines.
Sorry guys, Angie was too busy looking at concept art for their characters in Three Houses.
Do you think there's a Three Houses art book out yet?
Well, probably.
Angie will be reading Three Houses fanfic before long.
Oh, before long.
Angie's like, oh,
As if they're
that's...
not already doing. Hey, speaking of which, how did your grandma like the Tribble? I've never gotten an answer out of you.
Oh, she thinks this is adorable.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Her detailed meta response? Like her triple analysis? She thought it was cute.
She was looking for a Rotten Tomato score?
If you're looking for someone to give you like a 5,000 word cited essay about like their opinion of mundane things, I'm the person
That
you're
sounds
looking
like some college level shit right there, where they're like, "Hey, write me 5,000 words on
Brian,
why you think
I wrote
that
20,000
ball is
words about Supernatural to a person on Tumblr just
blue."
for
That's
conversation's sake.
because you're obsessive with it.
Just
when
for
somebody...
conversation's sake. Like, I wasn't even trying to make a point, I was just talking about a thing that I was right about.
See, I would just be like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
2-letter response, like, fuck
That's
you.
why Angie talks to me about
Yeah,
that.
that's why I don't tell you things, because you're like, yeah, man, like...
I'm like, check out this Surmia I pulled.
Brian's just like words and shit.
Oh yeah, words
Talking
and
to
shit.
you.
Yeah. Wrote 20,000 words about Supernatural just because of a fan theory about like how possession worked. That was it.
Hey man, to be fair, they've retconned that shit like 17 times.
Into oblivion and back. I felt like a scientist who lived their whole life and like got a PhD in a subject, and they were passionate and they were driven and motivated, and they wrote a bunch of papers and published books, and then suddenly that field of study didn't exist anymore. It's just like, oh, my life's work up in flames. Okay. This is cool. Everyone watching the season 8 finale was like, oh my god, the cinematography in the scene is just so lit, you guys. And I'm just over there putting all my work into a paper shredder, mascara running. Yeah, great. I'm glad you thought the Comet's Falling looked cool. I don't have a living anymore, but sure.
I opened up a very painful memory.
I don't want to talk about Supernatural. You know what? Three Houses is great, and it treats me great. It's like going from an abusive husband.
You don't treat your students great. Here, Battle Axe user, you're gonna use a fucking bow right up until the midterm.
Yeah, well, the new piece of meat has a downgrade in writing and starts with an E, and I recruit him halfway through the game, and I'm still like, but you're gonna be a bow knight. I will break him, I don't care. New Game Plus makes it possible. I am a Wyvern Rider. Wrong. You are a McDonald's employee, and you will bend to my will.
Gonna open your game to your character just being axed at her desk, and you're not gonna be able to play the game anymore.
Yeah, I'm bringing that over.
I know.
Can't cut the addiction right now.
You think I don't know?
Yeah, I can't.
What I miss?
Nothing. I'm just bad at Fire Emblem. Also, I hate Supernatural, like burning. And it gets brought up, and I have Nom flashbacks, and then I get over it. God, I hate that show. God, I hate that show.
Now I'm like extra glad I didn't go get invested like right before the season came out that made you shit your pants.
Don't do it. Don't ever get into something I think is great, because I probably will hate it in 5 years. That
Unless
ended.
it's Fire Emblem, because
My point is,
okay,
stop
look,
playing that.
Here, let me change my statement. Ongoing stuff.
Okay.
I learned to hate ongoing stuff. When something's over, like a video game or a movie or a TV show that has the grace to die while it's good, like Merlin, then I can say I like it, and I'll be honest because I've seen all of it. When it's ongoing, they're like, this is really good, and then they'll start one of those toilet flush, never-ending stories where it's just a turd circling down for years, never quite making it down the drain.
I mean,
That's Supernatural. You know, the turd that just doesn't flush. You try. You
well,
hold the
I mean,
flusher down.
Angie, it could just end up being something like, wow. It could just be like Game of Thrones, and it's a giant shit that gets it stuck in the pipes and it clogs it, and now you got
At least
shit
Game
water
of Thrones
everywhere.
died eventually. Supernatural's like Old Yeller. Take him out back and put the double barrel in his butt. I'm tired of it.
They killed it because they were like, we can't wait for this fat fuck to write another
For
book.
like 16 seasons, it was only supposed to have 5. Let that sink in. You know how when you flush and you know it went down, but then you open the toilet later and it's back? But it's been like all swampy and stuff because you thought it was gone and it returned while you were looking? That was season 6. And it only was downhill from there for our heroes.
So Abe and Fungus, how do you like having Angie as part of the stat?
I hate TV shows.
Angie, just let it be known that it can't end any worse than Naruto.
Yes, it can. Naruto was a trash anime. No one had expectations in the first place.
It was good, then it was bad, then it was worse, and then it got worse.
Can't disappoint people if you're not good to begin with. No, I like Naruto.
I like the
This
beginning.
is like this is as much hate as Abe had when he tried to look at his new glamour and they put it on a Lalafell and he got like an absolute blind rage for like 20
the
minutes.
turd that I've been using in all my metaphors, that's what a Lalafell is. He shouldn't have done it.
No, he
should've
didn't
known.
do it because they
Do you
were.
remember that, Ami?
It-
You were so
it was-
fucking mad.
Yeah, it was the fucking patch notes, and they were like, "Look at all this new
Yeah.
armor." And his class had it on a fucking Lala, so you couldn't make out anything. He was like, "Are those boots or pants? I can't fucking tell."
It's like, are they boots? Are they pants? We'll never know, because they had to put them on a fucking ankle, but like you could just hear that he was foaming at the mouth. Like it was so funny.
Justin probably remembers that conversation.
Hmm?
Oh, back when Ame, it was, I think during Alexander or some shit. Anyway, some gear came out in the patch notes, and he wanted to see what it looked like, but they modeled his shit on a fucking Lala, and he went into a rage.
I remember.
I was just sitting there staring at my screen, like, I think that was the first time ever I had seen, like, pure Ame rage, and I was just losing my shit for, like,
I mean, he's not wrong. If you want to
he's not
advertise
wrong, but
some
still,
fashion, you should not use something that has, like,
no
nubs
legs,
for feet.
like, no knees.
Yeah.
Is Tyler here, by the way, just hearing us talk shit about
Oh,
his class?
I don't know.
He hasn't commented yet, so I assume not.
Probably
He's
not.
probably in WoW.
Yeah.
It's a good
Sorry.
thing my mom doesn't work that far from our house.
Sorry guys, I had to do my rep grind.
Oh god, never say rep grind ever again.
One of the reasons I don't want to play WoW again. Rep
But
grind.
the vanilla experience.
No.
Oh, you mean of having so much fucking nacho cheese dust from that fucking Doritos and soda? Like, straight up, that you had to live and breathe that fucking game to play it. I wonder if they left the 24-mans in the old-fashioned style. If you want to raid, you better have 23 other people for you. I'm assuming Tyler's not here.
I'm here, I'm just in combat.
Tyler! Tyler. Somebody message Tyler.
Your neighbors don't
We
like
will all
me being a male hour.
What?
Your neighbors don't like me being a male hour.
No?
Yeah.
Why not?
I know they were slapping me when I was AFK.
Wow. You should
And
go
one
in
of
their
them said
basement
go back
and dance.
to the bunch.
We should all just AFK in there on that stage thing they
Their
have
lawn.
downstairs and just dance.
And
Hmm? Oh, they got rid of all the loot tubs.
the other day,
What?
did you watch the video I sent you the other day?
Oh yeah, some
No,
guy
I
was
was in a coma yesterday.
Back.
Do it real quick.
Tyler has returned from the war.
Tyler!
What's up?
It's like 2 minutes long.
Oh, it just dawned on me that everything I was just watching on YouTube is going to be on that stream.
Yeah, someone was fixing their house yesterday.
Huh.
It was the new guy.
So, Angie, I apologize ahead of time if you go to watch that stream and all of a sudden you're hearing fucking random bullshit from YouTube.
I don't give a shit, Brian. I never have.
Well, you're probably just going to hear the same clip of audio like 6 times.
Oh man, did you get me bitching about Supernatural on there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's staying.
shit. It's a bad show.
We'll
I'm
summarize it.
I'm just trying to help future generations, like
You
not
should
make
tell
my
my friends
mistakes.
I just
about
want
it.
everybody to
Didn't
know
know
that they put funds into
Oh,
shit like that.
do you know some poor heathens that still think it's good or what?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And they keep trying to get me to watch it. I
No,
was like,
that's
dude,
okay.
I
Pass.
saw one episode while I was high, and I was like, this is kind of boring, dude.
That sounds like a
Don't
time.
worry. Even though you were high, that was probably the only thing about it that was tolerable in the first place.
I just remember like a lot of talking, and I was like, dude, is this the show? He's like, it gets better, bro. It gets better. I was like, I
Better,
don't know.
bro. Yeah, with more weed, maybe. No,
Warehouse
like,
13 is better.
the first like 4 seasons are pretty tight, and then like everything after that is like the turd that you flush, but it didn't really flush metaphor. It's just that on loop.
Is it like those long turds that just get stuck in the toilet?
Curly turds.
Yeah, the
What,
curly
Tyler.
You should get obsessed with Warehouse 13 with me.
Oh, I watched that shit back when it was on Sci-Fi before they changed the name to fucking stupid.
Once this current hyperfixation eventually probably dies down, you guys can all just take a number at the DMV and hope, okay?
Risk of Rain and Divinity are supposed to be on this list, but I don't.
They're on the list. We're playing them tomorrow. Shut up, Brian.
Tyler, are you ready?
Yeah.
Divinity's an awesome game. I just can't beat it.
I know we forgot to
Take me through it with you guys. What the fuck?
We can't beat it. It can't
Tyler,
be done.
we can't add
I
another
fucking
human
told
being
you.
to this. We'll just disappoint you again.
Oh, Justin, you're party
I'll
leader.
suffer with you.
Oh, is everybody here?
Yeah.
How the hell did that happen?
He
what
invited
happened?
everybody because I'm lazy and a bad raid leader.
Sepulture, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Is it?
We could just go to Leviathan.
Wait,
and
cancel.
Why is it normal? It's normal. Yes, it's normal.
It's
Give me the illusion that we'll be able to
Oh,
clear
God
this.
damn it!
I tried to leave the party, it didn't
Give
work.
me the illusion of
dude.
success.
Damn it, Justin! You had one job.
He had one.
So-
Not my
We're
fault they
still gonna
put
get
this
a-
in high end.
Penalty if we leave, so...
No, we're not.
Fuck it.
Yes, I trapped their ass.
Not me.
I'm going off on my own terms. Fuck you, people.
Wait, why do we get a penalty if we have an undersized?
You don't.
You don't.
If it's
That's how
pre-made,
just lied
you
to
don't.
us.
Me and Justin got out.
Yeah, you
As long
get
as
a
it's
penalty.
Only because you guys were mashing leave.
If you're first to leave a preformed party in less than 10 minutes.
Oh shit. Oh. So I guess.
Jump off.
We've got a 30-minute timer now.
I can't
Oh,
leave
isn't that
in
only for
combat.
duty finders? I can't because they're still alive.
Yeah,
Oh
I
man,
can't
you
leave
got
until
really
everyone's
close
dead.
to getting called a cock sailor just there.
Okay, but doesn't the penalty not matter when we have a full
It doesn't
party?
matter. We're pre-made,
Right.
and we're doing raid. It's not like we're doing duty finder.
Oh no, we can't pug that one extra person.
Do you want to pug a E4?
I was hoping to get replaced, TBH.
Same.
I'm gonna make my own pink slip.
Is everybody out?
Yeah. Wait, so does someone have penalty?
It doesn't matter. Preformed parties don't give a fuck about penalties and shit because that's only applied to duty finder.
So I only got up to hands and wheels on my notes.
It
Duty.
don't matter. We got to
Yeah.
get through the first two phases. Guys.
That's about as far as I got to.
Yeah, I stopped writing after that.
Honestly, everything was explained to me and I already mostly forgot, so I'm ready.
Yep.
I mean, if you did normal,
It's the first day of Prague. I'm not worried.
We're just gonna die until we succeed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn on the game music again.
gotta get that friggin' techno music.
System.
I will put markers just in case.
Decent music's good.
Yeah, I'd rather just listen to Dance with the Dead.
Ready?
Are these the markers in the video?
No.
No, I just made them up.
Oh.
Looks
I
pretty
was like,
low.
man, I don't know. What the
Quick,
fuck?
go to one. Why? I don't know. My keystone. I touch it when I'm nervous.
Oops.
Where's my dance? Give it to me.
Nobody gets a dance because we're gonna die before anybody actually gets the fucking.
Give me it.
Should
even
I
if
have
it's
even
late.
eaten raid food?
Fine, I'll give it to you.
Give me it
Andy.
even if it's late.
Fine.
It's the only way. It's the only way I'll ever know happiness. No, I used
Thank
Swiftcast because I
Yeah,
eat crab.
first.
Oh.
Have you tried not doing that? Oh shit. Heal.
Here comes your dance, Angie.
I thought we were doing an invul.
I thought we were doing a swap.
I thought we were doing the invuln.
I wasn't here if you guys talked about it.
Who's
Oh.
on
We
first?
didn't. I just assumed that's what we were doing.
Well, me and Tyler did the mechanic correctly. I'd say we get a pass.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be outsides afterwards.
Oh,
Stand on Tal.
Well, Fungus is decent at the game.
I told you only the corners are safe on Evil Earth.
They are, I know. I just didn't move in fast enough. I was busy watching the carnage of my friends all die while Ave Maria plays in the background.
Sung by a drunken fat person.
Okay, so are we doing a swap or an invuln?
We should be able to invuln every single one.
Okay,
Yeah. So, and
gotcha, boss.
Stonks have risen.
Like,
Abdi. I have a really bad feeling about this.
Oh my god, the pun.
You're driving me crazy. Hey, can I get dance again, or is that off the table now?
It's off the table now.
it's
you're
on
tired of
me
this fight.
now.
I didn't like having rights anyway.
You ain't giving me fucking shit for Esprit, so...
You don't know that. You never tried.
Bitch, if you cast as many spells as he punches, I doubt it.
Here comes that busty blue.
Buster.
Omelette.
You can heal.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's not like Living Dead. You can heal it right away.
You ready to dodge? Get to your spots.
The middle.
Angie.
I
the
gave you
middle.
freedom, Angie! I got distracted by evil
Oranges.
I don't know
Does this
how
work
to-
with dead people?
No.
Okay, that was
I
my
know.
bad. I thought we were doing a different mechanic.
I don't know how Evil Earth works when it's in the corners like that.
Hey, when it's in the corners... Hold on, let me
It's in the
grab...
video.
Yeah, he probably didn't watch the video, though.
I watched a little of it one time.
When it's in the corners, you dodge to right diagonal of it and then go in, right?
Right.
And then out again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to do that, and then I forgot that we have to resolve the spread out thing first. That being said, it seems like there's plenty of time before everything happens, where if people are in the middle, I should be able to deploy, but...
So, yeah, Tyler, I'm gonna borrow D real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking at it real quick.
Yeah, if it's up in D, where D is right now, in the corner, then what you would do is you would go right here until it explodes in that corner, then you would move up into the corner. And then the other explosion, because they pulse outward from their explosion point, so another one will show up in that spot. So you just have to keep an eye on it coming across this from the other corner.
Basically, it'll explode, you run in, it'll explode twice, and then you run back into the middle.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
It's easier to see, I'm sure.
I'm watching the video right now, 1 second.
X-Men's
part.
horrible.
Okay, so when they're in the corners, they turn... So... Oh, what? Okay. So, opposite corners for 2 explosions.
But remember, you have to be not in the same cell as someone before that.
Terrible.
Yep.
It's not that bad once we get used to it.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot more than it is.
I mean, sitting in
Just
a
a lot
pot
of flashing colors.
sitting on a pot of boiling water isn't that bad once you're used to it.
Pretty sure sitting on top of a pot of boiling water would suck no matter how long you were there.
Nah, your nerves will burn off eventually.
And you'd be like, what's cooking?
What's cooking, Doc? As long as you don't acknowledge that it's you, you're fine.
Don't use Swiftcast. 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 Don't
I'm
use
waiting to
Swiftcast.
see it and
Do
just
it.
hear fuck.
I'll do it. I didn't do it. My opener feels so gross without it. Tank Buster.
I love having 2 moves to use for DPS. Well, technically 3, but stonks.
Owie.
You ready to dodge?
To Andy, where Andy is.
Northwest corner.
My life.
In.
Guys, we lived through a mechanic.
Alright, this is over, Brian.
Quitter! This was
Yeah,
quitter word.
the orange squares you have to stack after all that is done.
Yeah. And Tyler, the easy way to recognize the pattern for the ones that we just saw, here, let me grab the way markers, is if it's here and here on those 2 squares, that'd make it a little more obvious, then you would go to where Angie is. You
Yeah,
want to be...
I know.
Draw
away
a
from
line
those.
diagonally through them. And that's where you need to be.
Yeah, I know where I need to go. It's just hard to react in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure you know.
Yeah.
Tank stance.
Don't forget Super Bowl Live this time.
I did Super Bowl light.
I guess it was too early.
It was too early.
Don't forget Super Bowl Light at the right time.
Tal, take off tank stance.
Don't tell me what to do, what to do.
Don't use Swiftcast. Don't use Swiftcast. Don't do it. No matter how naked and ugly you feel without it.
When you Swiftcast, you're bad at the game.
Ugh, it's gross.
Bullet? Okay.
There it is. You can heal him.
Incoming way to land.
Mama. Sita. Mama Sita.
Northwest corner.
Move in.
Easy
Back up.
peasy.
No, it wasn't
Oh,
quite
no.
easy peasy. We have to heal for that too.
Stonks. I got this.
That's it.
Healing
I'm
that
alive!
is not. Healing that when people are split up everywhere is not
That's why I'm
conducive.
trying to get
Yeah,
everyone.
we might need to figure out a way to split ourselves as
Go
the healers.
northwest.
Yeah, I'll go to the other corner, I guess.
Okay, guys, just because that obviously is going to work differently because the way that the orange positioning was to dodge the AoEs and then still split up in time. If you're back here, what we need to do is we need to move like right here at least, like really close to the center. Why the fuck?
Yeah.
Something else. So we just all need to try to get around that very middle point as soon as we can.
Get back to the center of the arena as fast as you possibly can.
I can try
Yeah.
to lob a Cure 3 into the other group.
No, because you're gonna have to be with the group. We have to be stacked for it to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
That's what I was saying. Run back to the middle afterwards.
Yeah, if anyone at all who's strayed and you're out there too, stack together. But ideally, if this is the strat we're using, everyone should be stacked or close to it at the middle before that happens. But it does mean maybe if you put Medica 2 and I put Whispering Dawn up, it'll help with the HP a little.
Yeah.
Like before people split up for that, just like toss a Medica 2 or something.
I mean, when do you guys want me to shield Zomba? Do you want me to try it that early? Just for prog?
For the sake of prog, just throw stuff on stuff.
Okay.
From what
Oh.
Kang's group did for that first part, everybody went to the northwest.
That's what I was trying to get everyone to do is move
Yeah.
together.
That's what Kang's and Tony's group did for this mechanic.
So I should just use sprint and go northwest, even if I'm already over here?
That's why these marks are here too. If there's like 2 range, I think you guys should be okay here. Cause if you have the orange mark, you only need 1 other person. It's just easier if everybody's.
Well, yeah, for healing purposes, it would make more sense. That was what we were getting at. We can survive the way of the land by going back here, but for healing purposes, I think we're just going to have to try to push towards the middle as fast as possible. I mean, I guess we can try doing Rachel's suggestion.
Are these markers the way things for a reason?
No, we're
just random.
No.
Okay.
Here, why don't we just put the markers in the 4 corners for now, so that I can call A or B for the corner to stand in? Does that sound like something?
Are you saying just try northwest? Because I have no problem doing that. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Try northwest to do.
Draw a dick with them.
I mean, you can. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
I mean, that works so long as northwest is the safe zone. We could also get northeast.
The point is north.
I'm scared.
Buster thingy.
Buster. I went all the way. We would have had to
You would have
gone in the northeast corner that time. That's why I said south or northwest is not a static position to run.
Oh, well, it turns out you have plenty of time to go north, so...
I hate when they're on the outside.
Go stay north-ish for that after the shit blows up, and it should be fine.
God, those are hard to remember how they blow up.
They're just new. Once we do it a bit, it'll be like, oh, it's easy.
Tank Buster. Way to the land.
That was a nice easy pattern.
Northwest corner.
Never mind.
In.
Oh. Oh, I see. You have plenty of time to get to everybody. Completely. Okay.
Oh, you mean if you were in the southeast at that point?
Yeah, even if you were south, everyone wasn't even at mid. They were further up again, and it was still plenty of time to get there. So.
Oh, I used my anti-knockback. What the heck?
I used mine. I didn't go nowhere. Maybe you guys mistimed yours.
I used mine like as I was entering the safe zone.
Maybe you have to be a little faster. Maybe a server
Maybe.
fix it.
But yeah, see, just like I said.
Okay, that being said, though, can we, like, I don't know, or, is it possible to have everyone just go directly on the middle of the arena? Because people were still, like, northwest-ish.
Yeah, so we need.
Yeah.
But
Or
we
is that
gotta
not
pick a rock to
doable?
stand on. 'cause
We
if we're-
should be able to.
Everybody needs to
We try-
basically get like as
If,
close
we
if
try to
that
stand directly
interferes
in
with
the middle,
somebody's
we might
DPS, I'll
miss.
just deal with it.
Well, what I was gonna say, if
Well-
we try to stand on that crevice in the middle, it might get confused about which square people are standing on.
That happens after.
The squares.
No, no, the square thing. He's right. I know what he's saying. Is basically,
Oh.
Tyler. The idea is that you want to be as close to that without crossing into another zone.
Yeah, like make it clear that you're actually on one of the 4 squares, so that the game
Yeah,
doesn't
so
like, think half the.
You
like,
would
wait,
want to be
person's
like
on one of
right
those
I'm talking
here.
about the stack part.
Yeah, for the orange.
Yeah, after Weight of the
markers.
Lands with your orange markers, because Weight of the Lands does all its detonations, then orange markers go off. He is saying
And-
that we need to try to get closer to the middle here, so that you don't end up too far back, like standing out. God damn it! Fucking. So
Well,
you're
what
not
I was
standing, like,
actually
over
saying
here.
is, so you know how you have to be on squares for the orange markers, similar to the yellow markers. If like all the people are clustered here, it might end up where like one person's actually on this square when they think they're like, just because of like you can't really tell when you're standing on the crack which square you're on.
All right. Well, for now, to make it simple, Tyler, if you're in southeast, just run to the northwest one. If you're in southwest, run to the northeast one. That way, everybody's just on the same square, just so we don't end up leaving one person out.
I'm gonna try and go with what Justin, Ame, and Fungus want to do. We're gonna try and designate Northwest to be our safe area. After all of the explosions resolve, everyone should have enough time to get to Northwest.
So instead of going middle, we're just gonna go to like A.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, so A isn't very clear which part of A, because there's 4
Just
quadrants there.
the A.
The inner
It's a
A
general
or the,
stack. It doesn't matter. We're not dodging a mechanic.
Okay, so after this orange square is resolved, then.
Yeah, it's just for the
Okay.
square stack. Just go to A-ish, and everyone will stack there, regardless.
And get hit by their square things and then get healed up.
So we
Okay.
need to be on this square then.
I said A.
A's in the
I'm
middle
not-
of 4 squares, Rachel.
That's fine. There's nothing that's going on that requires us to be on a specific tile,
the
just
orange
close together.
markers do, don't they?
No, they don't. They just
The
require
markers want you to stack.
Yeah, the orange squares, all they are is they require you to be stacked with at least one person. Not a tile, a person.
Okay.
So if we just all run to north or northwest, we'll resolve the stack and be close to the healers to get healed.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason it'll change is if we need to be on northeast to be safe.
And then in that case, do we stay northeast? Or
Yes.
do we still go to northwest?
If you're in northeast, you go northeast. If you're northwest, you go northwest. If you're in the southern positions, you go to the one that's the northern variant. So if you're southeast, you'll probably end up in northwest. If you're southwest, you'll end up in northeast.
Let's see how this turns out, and I'll make a decision then.
Yeah, I was under the impression that it was square based for the oranges.
No. Stand in front of B. Move in. Wait for 2 explosions. Move in.
What? Why do rocks?
Okay. We do
Yeah,
not
those
have
are
time,
square
guys.
base.
We don't have time to run all the way to the other side to resolve that.
In that
Thought we were-
variant, you can. If it was the other variant, you would have time. But the
What do
ones
the
in the
rocks
far
fall
corners,
from?
you have to wait for that last one. Those are the squares. That's what the orange square does, is it drops the rocks.
So it is based on a specific tile then.
Let me fucking watch the video one more time.
Yeah.
It's not tile. She says it's a stack marker.
It
Everybody
is a
has to share
stack.
the damage. She says
Yeah.
it in the video. Everybody,
Huh.
you can stack. You can pair with one person, and you would avoid the mechanic. The only reason why you have everybody pairing up with each other because it's easier and everybody can heal.
Exactly. That's
Not
what I was trying to
where-
say.
I still
Jeez.
feel like that marker hits the tile that whoever
No.
shares the marker is standing on. Because it looked like it dropped the rock right in the middle of the tile people were standing on.
That's because they were all standing on that tile. It's not tile based.
Alright.
She says it in the video.
So we're just staying stacked wherever we stack because it's safe, right? That's keeping it simple. If we have to go northeast, we stay northeast. If we have to go northwest, we stay northwest.
Is that how you guys want to do it? Justin and Ame? Because now I'm starting to confuse myself. I'm just leaving it in your hands at this point. What do you think is
Okay.
best we'll do?
So everybody's confused about the little orange square on her head, right?
It's more about the location we're all stacking to resolve it, is what people are getting confused by.
Okay, so in the video, she lays out each single phase depending on the pattern. It's only mirrored if it's different. I linked it in the Discord. So we have to memorize the pattern. So that last pattern was corners. The safe spot would have been this one right here. And then these ones are unsafe. So when the first wave goes off, we can go here.
Yeah,
Or
and then
actually-
you come back.
No,
Back.
that's the other pattern. Sorry. So if it's the corners, it's gonna be this is a safe spot, and then when the second one goes off, these three are safe, and then when the third one goes off, we move forward. So we stand here for 2 explosions, and then the last one will be here, and this is where everybody will be stacked with the orange marker.
So the last position that you move to be safe, just stand there.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
The last
Whatever-
explosion, we will have to move here, and everybody will be stacked anyways, which is why we have to have a spot, which is A or B, and it doesn't matter what pattern it is because it's only gonna be, you're basically remembering only 2 things. You either go A or B.
There we go.
So like, let's say we'll use these 4 patterns right here, or these 4 tiles. If
Yeah.
if this one's lit up and this one's lit up, this one's gonna be safe. So we'll use this side since I can't go there.
Here, put down the 1 and 2 markers so people can see the pattern.
Alright, let me.
There you go. That works too.
Okay, let's say. So let's say the first pattern is gonna be C and D, or C and B. Sorry, the safe
Okay.
spots would be A and D, and when it explodes, everybody would go to A or 1. Sorry, and then when 1 explodes, everybody has to go to A, and that's the first pattern. That's the C, B, or the A, D pattern. Does that make sense yet? Or is anybody confused?
Man, I know how to dodge
get
the
it.
patterns.
Yeah, dodging the patterns isn't a big deal. And actually, I just looked it up on a few options. It is square based. It's not directly based on a stack. It's based on the panel you're on for the orange squares.
Oh,
So I don't know why she said that, but it is. I looked Mr. Happy and then a separate guide, written guide. Both are make it a
I
point
mean,
that it's
either way,
square.
you still need to be standing with at least 1 person to resolve it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
for
the point.
cart, it's the same thing. Like when we do cart, everybody stands right here, and then 1 yellow goes here, and then another yellow goes here, and then another yellow goes here. like all the oranges are gonna be in one tile anyway.
Yeah.
Right,
This
but
is for cart phase.
I didn't want this to be confusion because if everybody is on like right here after resolving the way to land here into here, and somebody just hangs out back here thinking it's going to be fine, and it
I
ends up
see.
killing them. I don't want any confusion being out there because somebody could die as a result of not understanding that it's
Oh,
not.
that makes sense as a concern.
That's what I was freaking out over.
Yeah, it's square based, Tyler. You weren't wrong. Okay.
So,
we're just
no matter what happens, we run to 1 and 2 for the orange.
It's just wherever you dodge last, just stay there.
Oh, okay.
So are we trying to
We're not worried
do just
about healing
norths,
up?
or are we doing norths and souths?
Hmm?
Are we doing only A and B, or are we including C and D
Yes.
in dodging? Okay, so
Only A and B, it seems.
Only A and B.
Alright,
There's no reason you shouldn't be able to make it to us.
okay.
There is a lot of time,
Yeah.
or at least it seems like it.
Spaghetti.
Tank Buster. Oh, I went the wrong way. Dumb fuck.
Ah!
God damn it, I know how this mechanic works. I just keep running the opposite way.
Well, you're definitely not alone, so it's not like, 7 people are surviving and then just one person is messing it up. Like, we all know how the dodging works, it's just hard to do it in practice. But that's why we're here, right? To get practice.
I thought we were staying in the last spot we dodged after the Evil Earth.
Oh, sorry.
For that, it would have been the tile right before A.
We in the south have enough time to get. It's the last spot they dodged. We just have to get to their square.
Okay.
In the north area.
Yeah. As long as you get into their square, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So we just run to them and start healing.
I'm gonna put these markers directly on these squares. so that we can call which one. Yeah, we can pre-position that. Why did I just do that? Tal,
What happened?
he was on my space.
I did it! I'm alive! Yay me!
Oh, Voice of the Land hit me for 70k.
So for that one, with the safest spot had been the B square there, because that's where the dodge point was.
Yeah,
That's where I was, and I didn't die.
would have gone to the far
Stand
corner.
on B together.
Yeah, you would have gone to the far corner after you would have gone to B, the first explosion, dodged in the far corner, 2 explosions, then back into B and stood there.
Yeah. That's how that's gonna work. Northwest corner.
Alright, now we can go all the way to their corner.
A corner. I'm gonna die.
I tried, Rachel.
I
Lustrate's
know.
only so powerful.
How do we keep people alive quick enough?
You'll learn.
It's gonna be a process.
It's gonna be a thing for instant heals, like, you know.
Yeah, I
I
clearly
mean-
don't have enough time to medicate to...
No,
I mean,
don't worry
we
about
all
that.
By
ended
that
up-
point, I have a Lily.
We all ended up pretty much at the same spot that time, so that's already improved.
When you're running in, I can indom, and you can, what's it called? Afflatus Repose, the AoE one. And a size. I would save a size for that, frankly.
Side note, I think the mites are off of Aurora now.
Oh, good, that was fast.
We redid the tank again last night,
Sweet.
so I think she's good now. Can check her better after raid, but still. Oh. front of the A corner. Move in. Move in.
Oh, titties.
Oh, ow.
I got a Vuln stack. That was probably my bad.
Man, that hurt.
Yeah, it does like 75k with a Vuln. I think 68 without. It definitely hurts.
Keep forgetting to pull Shield Samba before that hits. Try to do it this time.
Tyler, you need to be up further. You're missing buffs.
Right on.
Oh, fuck, I moved up too soon.
Oh, there's no one to run to. Everyone's dead.
Angie, you made it. Good luck.
LB3, Angie! Oh, it's okay. I like dying midair.
A corner. Oh, what? Did I move in too soon?
Moved in too late.
I got us. I have enough instant heal for that.
Yay. I got Rachel.
For Cure 3, Cure 3, Cure 3, Gatorade. That's some high quality H2O.
Run to C. Why did I move? Ah!
Piss fuck! I got killed still.
Oh. Well. That did a knock. Oh.
That's Gauntlet, that wasn't ATV.
He did a thing. Okay. I didn't look that far ahead.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah, if he does Gauntlets, it does
Well, I
that.
saw wheels. I didn't see gauntlet.
Gauntlets is when he just pounds in front of him, right?
Gauntlet does where he does the two lines are gonna do knockbacks. It's line slide basically.
Okay.
And then
So for gauntlet, we need to be in front of him. For wheels, we need to be on the side of him.
yeah.
Okay.
On the if it's like normal, it's on the side and not with a lot of edge, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're the side where there's not much edge, you'll just get blasted into the outer space. Okay though. Mostly lived through thingy.
Yeah, we'll get How should we explain that, Justin, or wait to get there again? Okay. So if he's wheels, if he's wheels, 1 tank, 1 healer, and 1 DPS will get an orange triangle. Everyone else will get the orange squares. The squares will be on, well, 1 panel. Then you're gonna have your healer, your tank, and your DPS in a line like this. Tank should be the farthest. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah.
So DPS is probably going to be what, the closest?
Yeah, we can do that.
That just means
So
that-
orange squares,
orange squares then
DPS,
healer,
healer.
and tank.
then tank. That's if we get the wheels. The gauntlet seems to just be stand in front of him and then move out. From what I observed. Yeah. I'm trying to get back to that point.
Okay, so Gauntlet is what, just a straight line knockback from him? Honestly, I haven't
see.
done normal in so long, Justin. It's like week 2 was the last time I've been
If
here.
it's like normal and if you're underneath him when he does that, you stack in the line under him, and then as soon as the damage happens, then you spread out to the sides. If it's like normal, it's the entire line from him. Like if he's on the line of B, you would be anywhere in this whole line, and as soon as it happens, you have to move out of it. It's a
Oh,
landslide
okay.
it'll kill you in one shot if you're in it. It's not like an anti-knockback thing, you'll just die.
Gotcha.
Gauntlet also seems to have the orange squares in the triangles, so we'll just
Yeah.
line up the same way, just in the middle rather than the sides. Makes sense?
Probably.
Alright, let's go.
Let's just get there again.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, this is a busy fight.
And there's 13 units of it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I hear. I'll watch the rest of the video and shit throughout the week.
I hate day 1 prog, honestly. It's like the thing I hate the most about raiding, because I haven't had time to look at stuff myself. I don't look ahead at stuff till we've cleared 1, so I'm kinda like clueless right now.
I used to be really on top of it, but I wasn't this time. A corner. Begin.
I didn't move fast enough, just ignore me.
Medicare!
I think that Medicus 2 is gonna cover it, Tyler. I was a little sad to see. Yeah,
He
I didn't
tried.
move fast. I was trying to do a thing with the fairy.
Oh. Aw. Oh, I thought you got knocked off. I was like, aw.
Sorry, guys.
It's cool. Frog. Start learning those patterns and it'll be easier.
Aurora's really upset that she doesn't have a place to burrow and hide right now.
Ye old paper bath.
Dude, I didn't even realize until after I got her back in, because she's on paper towel right now. She is the length of the tank.
Wow.
She's big girl now.
Howie?
In front of B corner.
Wait,
Move in. Explosions. Move in.
Why did people
How
go to
did
A?
this
I
happen?
would stay in B. Are we always going to A? No matter what?
No, it depends on the side for us that's safe. Like B was safe that time. So we wouldn't have gone all the way over there. Ah, shit!
What? I swear I always get blown
Well-
off just enough.
I don't know, when
yeah,
I
you
tried
had
to
to
run
go
across,
angle,
it
Tyler.
when I tried to run across, I didn't make it back in time.
There was definitely time to get there. I just paused because like 3 people ran to A and then a bunch of people stayed at B, and then because the stack was weird, I don't know, healing, and then people died. Are we always running to A after everything blows up? Because if you just have to be in the borders of A, you should be able to make it.
Alright.
Yeah. It's like if you don't actually have to be stacked and it is completely square based, people definitely had time to run to A before it blew up.
That gets a little weird with when they're in the far corners, since we have to wait till the second to last explosion. Or the very last explosion to dodge the mechanic.
For the how do I explain this? For the pattern where it starts like there and there, you have time to go to the north one from south.
Yeah,
So you
if you're
shouldn't
moving
have
right
to-
away.
Yeah, move right away.
No, but I mean, if that was the pattern and you would go to B, then you would go to the outside, then 2 explosions, then back into B. Trying to move to A, there's only enough time for that 1 additional explosion. It's going to be really fucking tight.
Isn't it after all the explosions that you're running to A?
If we're waiting at B and then the last explosion with the rock drop and everything hits and then moving to A, sure.
Isn't that what we were supposed to do?
Yeah, but I wasn't sure what you were talking about because you were saying, okay, well, everybody should have time to go to A.
Well, what happened is we all went over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all stood at B. Then we went to 1. And then we went to B. And then a bunch of people ran into A. But a bunch of people stayed at B.
Sorry,
That's
I
what
got
happened.
poop here.
So I'm
Okay.
just saying, next time, I guess everyone just run to the same quadrant as A, even if we were at B.
That's
that seems to be what people want.
Because the stone will drop there, and there's a chance that we're gonna get somebody killed trying to run to A.
People say it's safe. And they definitely had time to run to A
Okay.
before it happened. I stood at B and wondered about it, and that was definitely time for them to run to A. I didn't go to A because I was confused, but I could have if I knew to.
I was at B because I was under the impression we were still doing
Yeah,
the
enough,
safe
it was
spot.
enough time for me to sit there and be uneasy for like 5 seconds, and then I was like, do I say something? And then people all died, because in that time my brain flat and I didn't heal, because I didn't know where to stand! So,
Okay, so,
so yeah,
always A
always
regardless of
go
safe
to
position.
the A square. Remember, you don't have to stack, you just have to be in that segment at all, and you go, probably. Or you're not, and we're all dead, I don't know, fuck it. I'm going to A. Everyone seems to want to go to A. Must be good there. A for Angie. I'll be right there, you guys. Tyler, you back? Oh, that's awesome. No, not yet. Did he beat it? Or, quote, beat it? I know it's one of those games with a bunch of endings. Oh man. Was it funny? Oh hell yeah. Okay, thanks. I know what I'm doing after raid. That'll be a great way to wind down. Tyler. God. What, you mean the Until Dawn? The other movie game? That game is horrible. I didn't like any of those people.
Angie and I watched that.
You know how hard it is for me to not like characters in a video game?
Seriously!
Well, Sam was okay.
Yeah, no, wait, I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I like the one that turned out to be the bad kid. That's the only one I like.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn it, yeah. I was like, oh gee, I hope nothing bad happens to Josh.
He was the only good character.
And then the game happened. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, dude.
When Mark accidentally got his favorite character killed, he just said no and replayed the whole game.
Unpopular opinion, I like the mean Asian girl. She was awesome.
Angie's out of the static.
She was awesome. No, the Asian chick, the one that was hella mean. Yeah, she got that dude to carry his bags for her and stuff. I was like, she's cool. She's mean enough to probably live through this.
I hated her, and you're supposed to hate her with me.
Yeah, I know. But you know, what's a couple friendships without some knife backstabbing? Tyler, you back?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's
Alright.
die. I wish Eris would play Until Dawn too. That would maybe make it a tolerable game.
Until Dawn.
Everybody would die.
God, that game.
Yeah,
That game's actually really cool, but yeah.
It's a good game to get characters killed in.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good game for a single playthrough, and then you know all the twists already, and then it's like no longer as impactful.
Yeah.
Like I almost shit my pants the first time I played that game. But yeah, stupid.
It did like made it for Dom though. In front of A. In.
Yay!
Heal.
I am.
Heal better than what you're presently doing. Okay.
Gatorade.
Good chuck, Tyler.
Second wind helps.
Oh, I don't want this.
Ha! Anti-knockback, fuck you. What one is this?
We're gonna die.
It's the car! Oh! It's the car!
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't?
Oh, I thought it was the car!
Does he have a cast to tell you which one it is? I can't tell based on sight.
I just saw him, like, charging up and assumed it was car.
Yeah.
Orange and yellow still go off during that display car under. Okay, so
It's exactly what I told you.
you would just line up the way that instead of on the edge of the arena, you would just line up in the corridor from the boss.
Yeah.
So the tank would be the closest to the boss.
Farthest, right?
No, second. DPS is up front, then the tank, then the healer, and then everyone with orange is under
So the
them.
healer will always be like the third one away.
Healer's always going to be farthest away.
All the
Justin
way
is
to
saying the
four?
tank is the farthest away.
Okay.
Okay, the tank is the furthest away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with
The
that.
tank with the yellow isn't main tank, is that why? Okay, tank always farthest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he'll charge that tank. So if the healer's the farthest, I don't think you want to get run over.
So does that mean I'm actually like close?
You're in the middle.
Oh, the middle. Right.
Yeah.
Because DPS uptime.
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay.
Alright, yeah, I just saw him charging up and totally panicked on which one it was, so...
Everybody lived through the
Whoever
thingy!
was orange tank was the one that had to provoke him. Because he'll dash forward and then it's proximity based, so it's gotta go to the person farthest away, or you die.
And all the square people just stack in the leftover space. Is that what that is?
They'll be like either under him or directly beside him, depending on if it's hands or the cart. The yellows do a line after that. Fungus doesn't love us anymore. He's all the way in the corner.
I don't blame the man. Tyler, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna verbally confirm with him because he doesn't see ready checks.
And
Well, I put shields up before I died.
oh, knockback coming. It's that.
Oh god.
Nah, I'm not fast enough to call that out.
No.
Like by the
Just gonna
time
have
I
to look at
by the
box,
time I
probably.
by the time I see it, recognize what it is, and am confident in what it is, the mechanic is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not fast enough to call it. Am I not seeing a cast bar that'll tell me what it is ahead of time, or...?
He just transforms, right? Yeah, so... Yeah. And then after the line AoE goes off for Gauntlet, you'd have to move out right away, yeah?
Yeah. But my problem is not recognizing whether it's Gauntlet or Cart before it's too late, and I'm not calling it out.
Well, don't hold yourself accountable. We should just be doing it ourselves, frankly. You're learning it just as much as anyone else is, so can't really be expected to call it out. Also, Tal, turn off Grit.
You're involving the Tank Buster, right? I shouldn't bother putting up Feint?
Yeah, he is.
Alright. Okay, I went to A and I was the only one there.
Oh, yeah, that did happen.
I'd
didn't it?
say just stay at the first safe one that we moved back into, just to avoid confusion with it.
That's what I was trying to implement.
Okay. Oh lord.
Oh,
It's Car. It's Car. Right, I have to be near the edge of the car.
Oh, I do not
Why did I
know.
accept this race? Why did I do it? Why did I do this?
Normally, accepting a raise is a good thing. Yeah. Somebody cared about you. Yeah.
Do
What
you guys
happens
ever
after
notice
this?
that,
I don't even know.
Titan like takes off his pants to put on the car
What is
pants?
this about to do to
He
me?
takes off his pants to put on the car pants.
Yeah, that's what he does. When he,
What is
when he
this
tries-
So
now?
when the boss starts stripping,
Yeah.
That's what that does.
So when you see the stripping animation, he's about to car.
Alright. So, yeah, just stay where the last dodge of safe was north, please. Because, yeah.
Yeah, I ran to A, turned around.
Even
and
the
was
people
like,
who
oh.
all really were for going to A stayed at B that time.
Yeah, I turned
Yeah.
around like, oh man, splat.
Yeah, you all were like, hey, stay at B.
Yeah, so either A or B, whichever the
That's what I
last
tried to
closest
start
one
with.
was.
Make it a hard. No!
Hey, if he
I'm
dies,
going
he
with
dies.
Justin.
He can join the mob.
No,
I'm going
Angie,
with
you're
Justin.
rescuing Justin. Get it right.
I can't. I have to heal. So who's gonna rescue me? See, now we got a civil war. It's the leftists versus the rightists all over again. Why did I do that? Oh damn it. Whatever.
We're gonna try one more time with this A thing. If you leave me to die again, I'm changing it.
So now we're going to A. Oh, Jesus.
Well, I'm getting 3 people really advocating for it, and I don't want to risk half the group not doing it.
Going to D just to be a rebel.
Nervous.
So either we're all committing to A, or I'm changing it.
I'm going to A. Okay, I'm going to A. Make it work. Live the dream. Go to A. Damn it.
Titties.
Front of me.
Remember. A.
It didn't work.
It did work. We're live.
It worked.
It worked for me, but I lived somehow.
It was scary, but we lived.
I hate this.
Knockback.
Yeah.
No pants, he's going car.
Side of him. Now I don't know what's happening. I don't remember what this does. Oh,
It's a
right.
donut.
He's doing wheelies on my corpse? Is this dude for real? Right, that's a donut.
That is disrespectful. 400k.
Yes, it's a donut. You have to be under him. You're muted, by the way.
Sorry.
Not you, Brian.
The squares that have to stack. Where do they go?
Under him or right beside him, depending
Okay.
on if it's cars or gauntlets.
They'll be the first square to him, basically.
First square.
After
Okay.
that, it's DPS, healer, then tank for the triangles.
Just rampart it. I miss Leviathan, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just go back to E1? Like, we made good prog on
I'm
that.
sorry, Justin.
I'm sorry. Dog farts always smell pretty rancid because they eat garbage.
Dude,
Kyle, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a
They
story
do
to tell
garbage.
after this.
Oh, it's about
I'm
farting out
about a
garbage.
dog.
Because if it is, I don't want to hear it.
threw trash all over the rig and started eating garbage.
Sour egg. This sounds so bad.
Oh, but yeah, dogs should be in jail for how bad their farts are.
Well, now it'd be nice and easy for you, fuck.
On A.
Yay.
For surviving a mechanic repeatedly.
Next will be anti-knockback.
LOL, my dash nullifies that.
Watch your markers.
Oh my goodness, no pants mode.
Beside him. Oh,
Oh, that,
wait, I was on the wrong side, but I had the right idea.
Oh, wait! Wait, can you be far away from that? You cannot, okay.
I win.
F. You get who now what who?
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. You cannot take that if you're the yellow tank there. Orange tank has to provoke.
So do you have
If
to provoke
it's
like as
ATV.
soon as you find your color or what?
Yeah.
Alright, well, since this is nonverbal communication. So, Angie.
What do
Rachel
you
wakes
want?
me up at like fucking 3 or 4 in the morning last night.
Oh.
No, yellow
And-
tank can't be with the oranges.
Right.
Yellow tank is second in the line, and orange tank
Brian,
has to
just
provoke
type it.
if he's
Yeah,
on
just
the
type
ATV.
I don't want to type it. Everybody needs to hear this and needs to be
Because he'll
recorded.
charge
Then type it in party
forward
chat.
and then charge back to the orange tank, who takes reduced damage because it's proximity.
Pawing at the door to get out.
Yeah.
He was getting up on his hind paws and smacking the door.
Alright, now the verbal communication is ceased. So I get out, hold his collar, let him go piss because I couldn't find the leash. Bring him back, he's still being crazy. So I take him out to the fucking pin begrudgingly. And I shit you not, he walks in there, goes to the back, sniffs around for like 4 seconds, all of a sudden I hear and just I
That
can't
sounds like
see
a turd
anything.
going in, not going out.
Dude, I couldn't see anything because it's pitch black over there because it's covered. And I'm just sitting here like, oh Jesus, I don't know what's going on. So I give him like another 5 minutes. He finally comes back. I bring him in the house. He chugs some water. We go to bed. I go to clean it this morning. And I shit you not, this dog fucking crapped like a mountain of diarrhea.
Oh no!
It looked like shotgun spray too. It like hit the ground and exploded. So I have to get the hose and spray off the
It's
tiles.
like dropping an open diaper flat side
Dude,
down.
exactly. But the fucked up part was I sprayed down the bricks, and I fucking go to look back at what I cleaned up, and it had left like a black stain on the bricks.
Like, Maverick had some back pressure, apparently, from what I'm hearing. I don't know what the hell my dog must have gotten into, but it didn't agree.
I'm sorry for whatever I said that caused you to say what you just said.
Yeah. So, are we changing where the tank and healer triangles are now, Justin to tell?
Yeah, we have to.
Alright, so never mind, Angie, you are the furthest away.
Oh, Angie, go away is the mechanic. Got
Angie,
you.
go away.
Okay, so healer is farthest away, like loser. Save.
Tyler.
I'm sorry, I
Tyler?
just saw Justin's message like that was Tyler as well. I was like, wait,
Tyler?
switch it up from what?
Tyler, did I tell you my mom shit on someone's lawn and then felt bad about it, so she knocked on the door and told them?
Why would you tell me?
Oh my god, why was that before the age of GoPros? I just wish to hear, I would have loved to hear that conversation. Like, hey, so I had to.
Yeah.
How do you
Ready?
even open that conversation with somebody?
This is my mom. We're talking about it was probably really
You know, she probably came like with like a 20 in her hand, like thinking she was gonna like pay them for like, doing that.
That's alright. When my dad was younger, he had a. This was back when Brentwood was still mostly farmland, so there's a lot of space. Anyway, him and his buddy went to go try to pick up their friend and go ride bikes. They forgot that he had been gone for the week or on vacation, so my dad had to take a shit. The next house was like a mile away, so he decided, fuck it. He hopped their fence, went to take a shit, and painted their fucking bikes in diarrhea, and then panics and runs away. A week later, when the guy gets back, he had forgotten about this incident. Goes and they're like, hey, you want to go ride bikes? And he goes, yeah. And then he comes running back out and goes, Mom, someone shit all over our bikes.
Okay, that's enough. Alright, Tyler, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Poop
okay.
jokes are fun.
We can go.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, but don't like tell people about it.
Yeah.
Just
Leave
hide
the
it.
scene. Thanks, Justin.
I had to poo outside a building once, an emergency, because it was locked, and I was like my last chance to find a bathroom.
I don't
Tyler's
even
like-
want to say what just came to mind right now. I'm gonna wait.
The plan.
Yes, please wait.
Well, I accidentally ended up like shitting on the wall of our police department on campus. Oh no.
Oh god, it's taking forever to do that.
Why do I take so much more damage than everyone?
Oh, I ran in way too late.
I don't like this pull anymore.
I think it's because everybody got used to the outside one. So nobody was used to the fact that you have to only one explosion between them.
I got scared. That didn't count.
I have seen
doesn't
many
always
Chinese guys shit on
Why is
many
everyone
walls.
talking about poo-poo tonight?
Well, I mean, it kind of started with your analogy for supernatural.
Sorry,
This is your fault, is what this translates to.
I didn't mean to.
Angie, did
That
you
was
see
shitty
the
of
thing
me.
that tagged Tyler in?
Don't start it, Justin. You can't start that machine again.
Not right now. We're in the middle of what is this called? Prague? That?
Someone want to know my poo story?
Not mid pull, after the pull.
Can't incapacitate somebody this close in.
So I'm bad at this game.
Oh. No, 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 no. Barry,
Res, please.
I'm trying.
Res.
I did it. Kinda.
Knockback.
Not looking good for our heroes.
Res, please.
Oh my god, I can't believe I can do that. Fist.
Gauntlet mode. Underneath him.
I'm alive!
Never mind.
You can catch me, bitch. Who just tried to rescue me?
There could only be one.
The only person with rescue on the team other than you?
Yeah. They put
Alright,
a delay
Tyler,
on it.
tell us your story.
Oh.
Angie, while he's telling the story, go look at the thing I tagged him in. The meme
Okay,
channel.
so I was walking like across campus to go to like a computer lab late at night to get something done for class the next day. And like I started really having to take a shit like halfway like walking there, and like it's like a good mile out from like my dorm, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, so like buildings are just closed and locked and shit. I get to the building I was gonna work in thinking it would still be open, and like it's fucking locked, so like I enter like panic mode because it's like that was like my last chance. Like I had fully placed all my eggs in the basket of like pooing in the building I was walking to. So I started looking around for solutions, and like I just had to like head around to the back and like shit. It fucking sucked. And then I realized it was also like the building was attached to the campus police station, so I was like, I gotta get out of here.
They're gonna get forensics and find out who did it.
And it was bad too. I kind of painted it a little bit. I'm not gonna
Great
lie.
episode of
Like I had to like lean way out.
This story just keeps on getting better.
Was it wet? Feels like an important.
Yes, I was like so scared for my pants, so I was just like doing the stupidest thing ever.
You can't paint it unless it's wet. Have you
Yeah.
ever tried to paint with dry paint?
I mean, you can with enough force. All
Yeah, you
things
just have to
are
throw it.
possible. Have you ever heard of smear paint?
Finger paint.
There actually is an artist that like makes his money by like putting paint up his asshole
I
and
think
shitting it
there's
out.
several artists that make their money doing that.
The sad part is there's somebody paying
Chunky
them to do
earth
that.
tones.
Got a real earthy tone. This is the week at Taco Bell.
We call this piece Ficky tonight.
What?
Watashi.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
I'm stupid. I'm
It doesn't
stupid.
matter. It doesn't matter that I'm stupid because I say
Yay! Angie,
Never
heal
mind.
us.
I'm trying. See there. Doesn't matter that I'm
It was
stupid.
all because of Curing Wall. So just need everybody to know.
Anti-knockback is next.
Anti-knockback. You fucking pleb.
I got it, Rachel.
Okay.
It's ATV or Gauntlet. It's ATV.
I don't know where to go. I'm scared of him.
Beside it.
Okay, got it. Laugh. I'm good at the game now.
Oh, that wasn't the donut. That
The
is.
donut
Oh, now
after
we go.
Ah. Okay.
I shouldn't be alive.
I'm scared.
So he charges that tank, and then
the
it's the donut. Got it.
So when he does the second charge, do we have to get next to him?
So, what he'll do is he'll do one charge forward and a second charge to the current main tank. And then everybody has to go underneath of him for magnitude and then scatter the fuck out to scatter the yellow
yellows.
triangle. Yeah, everybody has to get out of the way of him and the tank or you'll get plowed down and die. Yeah, you can try. It only hits for 400k.
My sister has
Give
this funny
warriors an
story.
expansion and they'll be able to take it point blank, but for now...
Have I ever met your sister?
I don't think so, actually. But yeah, one time apparently in high school, she took like a huge dump at a party and then like climbed out the window so no one would know it was her.
Elliot, your mom had to cut a third in half once to flush it, so
Oh, I don't remember that.
I knew. You had to use one of those plastic masks.
Oh,
Fucking gross.
How do you not like remember that? I thought those were friends things that stay with you.
and she's like, I've had therapy for this. Here's love.
I'm okay.
I'm not.
Ow!
I just want to keep Medica 2 on everyone.
I'm gonna
forever.
heal the man. I got the man.
Anti-knockback coming next.
I feel like this is the fate.
ATV beside him.
Cool, we did
Stay out
it.
from him. Avoid the tank.
I tried.
Spinny Winnie.
Aftershock?
Wait, what happened?
He charged the tank and ran all our asses over.
Oh! Is that what happened with that aftershock shit?
Yep.
Oh, it does?
Okay, so we have to get away from the edges
Oh.
regardless of everything.
Okay.
Thanks,
I didn't
Ame.
make it.
That's
I
great
didn't
to
make
know.
it that far into the video.
Me neither.
I
I've
was
been
wondering
driving
like why I
blind.
got hurt so bad by that. There's so much damage going out across fucking everybody. I don't know what to do about all this.
Yeah, probably. It'll be better next time we do this, Tyler. This is just disorganized because, you know,
Yeah.
we haven't had time to study or talk about, like, anything before raid. We're kind of learning by the seat of our pants.
Is this last pull, or are we gonna try to go a couple?
Yes. Yes.
Don't sound so excited, Jesus.
Tyler, move up. Thank you.
Maybe it was Tyler's mom that started scrutinizing him.
Damn it.
I got her.
Okay, I'll just keep healing.
Fury.
Anti-knockback.
Good.
Under him.
Wait, under? What? What do you mean under?
It was fist, so you had to be in front
I
of
didn't
him.
move out from under him fast enough.
Fists.
Voice. Ow! Holy shit!
Apparently he takes his pants off either way, so...
Oh, that's
Landslide.
it, landslide.
Use Holy.
I got
Fungus
lucky
flow!
on that!
Oh look, bomb boulders.
Okay. Well, I think that's enough butt pounding for one night, family.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go to church now.
My asshole hurts everybody.
Can't wait to come back to this after I've had time to watch a video and read notes for 2 hours before raid.
Seriously, everybody please study this fight before we come back on Sunday.
No kidding. Okay.
And Ame asked if people needed expert.
I'm not doing expert, I'm sorry.
I Might as well go, Angie. Come on.
Fine.
Oh, the guy's slipping and falling in his own shit. That sucks.
Alright,
Repair your gear before experts.
I will